由香港青年藝術協會主辦嘅點子活起來係一個為期3個月嘅青年編劇計劃。學員會每個星期得到導師 Claire 嘅指導，學習編寫舞台劇本嘅技巧，而當中優秀嘅作品亦將會搬演到舞台上面。Patrick 同吳婷懿就提到佢哋嘅故仔同埋參與其中嘅感受。
Is about, well, there's two separate stories going on. It begins with James's story, James Carter, who's a 19-year-old boy, and he is a soldier in World War II. And then we have another story that focuses on this girl, Louise, and she's in modern day, and she's just living in her house, and her grandfather is coming over to stay, and she has to clean out the attic. And basically my play jumps back and forth, and with James's story, it's told through kind of him reciting out his letters. So it goes back in his timeline to when his father tells him that, conscription is going to become compulsory, where his regiment is basically taking grenades and going into a German camp and blowing it up from within. He dies. But Louise, she finds his letters in her attic, and it's basically revealed at the end that he was her grandfather.
My play is about 4 teenage boys, but they're all bound together through guilt. But it deals with underage drinking, and I, as a playwright, didn't want it in a biased light. It was an idea that I felt was very relevant to myself, and that's why I put it in the play. And it deals with their guilt of the situation that they're in. And my play is not a linear play. It runs in cycles, and the audience is given the impression that this weekend is running in cycles over and over again.
Well, I think for me, what is going to sort of stick with me most in terms of what Claire taught us, reading through scripts that she had given us and talking about like the style of theatre that it's in, naturalism, expressionism. There's this point that Claire always emphasized, was that you don't have to come up with everything yourself. No piece of work is 100% original. So being able to read other scripts and talk about it with someone who knows what she's talking about is good, so that, because I learned how to sort of take things and that it was okay to steal and synthesize into your own work.
One technique that Claire taught me that was very influential was automatic writing, of which is a technique that you just sit down and write without taking your pen off the page. And that really influenced me because I get distracted very easily as a person. And learning that technique made it very easy for me just to get out a full play. And my play that is actually showing this week, it's very monologue based, and I did all of that just by automatic writing over and over again. It was never really me sitting down there and thinking for about 5 minutes and doing work for about 5 minutes. It was just pretty much 10 minutes of just writing